Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time I'm going to do my AEW Revolution 2023 predictions. So let's get this underway, shall we? We got 8 matches to go through, so let's do this. First match, we have the 6-man trios tag team titles on the line as the champs, the Elite of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, take on the House of Black of Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. This is pretty easy for me. I think the Elite are going to win. It's a shame that this match is happening without any real build, because I would have liked to see this have a little bit more build, but it is what it is. I think the Elite will win, and maybe we'll move. I don't know where we go from there. Maybe, I know where I want it to go, but that's just a matter of fantasy booking. So I'm not going to say that on here, so I'll leave that for another time. Anyway, I got the Elite to win, and we'll go from there. Next match, we have the tag team titles on the line. It's a fatal 4-way for the AEW tag team titles. We have the Gun Club, the champions, the newly won champions, the Gun Club, taking on the former champions, the Acclaimed, taking on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, taking on Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. What a strange matchup this is. What a strange tag team title match this is. Like, didn't think I'd ever see this match as a possibility for a tag team title match. As much I'm just having a little bit of a joke here. I don't mean this literally. As much as I would like Jeff Jarrett to win the tag team titles in 2023, I gotta go with the Gun Club to retain. The Gun Club to retain. Don't really care too much about this match, unfortunately. It is what it is, and I'm going for the Gun Club to retain. Then next match, we have a Texas Death Match in San Francisco. We have a Texas Death Match as John Moxley takes on the Hangman, Adam Page. I got Hangman to win. I feel like this is the way it's going to end. They've had many classic battles. Moxley's won a couple of them. Hangman's won one match. So this is kind of like, I would say this is the rubber match. If you don't count the match when Moxley knocked out Hangman, this is the third match between the two. But this is technically their fourth match together. And it's been a good rivalry. I wish it was the main event. Program, but unfortunately it isn't. So I'm going to have to go for Hangman on this one to win and end this feud, and as we move on to the next one, which is, let me just see it. The next one is the TNT Championship is on the line as the champion, the reigning champion, the king of television, Samoa Joe, takes on the former champion, Wardlow. It's Wardlow's time, baby. It's Wardlow's time. Gotta go for Wardlow. I feel like with Samoa Joe being the ROH television champion and ROH starting up, I think today, if I'm not mistaken, the 2nd of March. With them starting up today, I feel like they're gonna move Samoa Joe over to the ROH portion of the show. So I feel like Wardlow wins the TNT Championship here. And then gets challenged by the winner of the Face of the Revolution ladder match, Powerhouse Hobbs, who won the Face of the Revolution ladder match last night on Dynamite. So I've got Wardlow to win this one. And as we move on to the next match. We have Chris Jericho, the Le Champion, versus Ricky Starks. This feud has been backwards in my opinion. So Ricky Starks and Jericho have already had a match on January 4th or whatever it was. I think it was the first show of January, maybe in the 5th, I'm not sure. It was the first show of January, and Ricky Starks beat him and then got beat down, and then they've been feuding ever since, which kind of a bit backwards. And then Ricky Starks wanted the rematch against Jericho, kind of a bit backwards. You would have thought that Jericho would have won the first one, so then Ricky Starks got cheated out of it and wanted a rematch so that they would compete here. Well, here it is where it is. We're here. So I think, because it's a bit backwards, I think they're going to do Chris Jericho getting the victory here and continuing this never-ending feud. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit down on this one. It's just that since the Eddie Kingston since the Eddie Kingston Jericho feud, I've been very down on Chris Jericho's feuds. And, yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like Ricky Starks is going to go in the same direction. I think, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully Ricky Starks can get out of this vortex that he's in right now and become, Jericho actually puts the guy over and puts the young guy over. But I'm going to go with Chris Jericho just to be on the safe side. So Chris Jericho to win. Next match, we have the AEW Women's title on the line. We have the champion Jamie Hayter defending the title against Saraya and Ruby Soho. This one's pretty easy. I got Jamie Hayter to retain. I feel like there's more story with this Jamie Hayter Britt Baker storyline. I feel like that's where we're going to head. We're eventually going to head to, with Jamie Hayter being in the spotlight and Britt Baker kind of being in the background. Of course, the good old Dr. Britt Baker isn't going to be, isn't going to like that for too long, being in the background of with this new star. So I think Britt Baker, I think that's the direction I feel like we're going in, with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, the eventual turn in the eventual match. So I feel like Jamie Hayter will retain on this night against Saraya and Ruby Soho. Good to see Ruby Soho on a pay-per-view. Good to see Ruby Soho getting a title shot. And next match, we have Christian Cage taking on Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a no-holds-barred match. This was set up last night. Pretty easy match for me to predict. I'm going to go for Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I feel like Christian being back in the rekindling this feud was just putting the icing on top of the cake of what was supposed to happen last year. But unfortunately, Christian got injured, so I feel like that's what they're going to make up for. They're going to have Jungle Boy beat Christian, and that'll be that big win to get Jungle Boy, to put a full stop on this Jungle Boy Christian feud by having Jungle Boy defeat Christian and slaying the only demon he has left, and then Jungle Boy can go on to become, to do what he wants to do with the singles championship. Run. He wants to go onto the road to win the singles championship. So I got Jungle Boy Jack Perry to beat Christian, and we can move on. Speaking of moving on, we have the main event. We have a 60-minute Ironman match between the champion MJF and the challenger Bryan Danielson. It's pretty easy for me. MJF to retain. I'm going to go on a limb right now, as I said back in November. I feel like MJF's going to hold the title until the end of 2023, at least. So this is just one of his first pay-per-view challenges, and I feel like it'll be a good match. And MJF will retain, and then he'll get to brag for the next several months that he beat the best wrestler in the world, Bryan Danielson, in 60 minutes. So, MJF will win, he will retain, and then we move on to the next feud, which will probably, I don't know, insert next babyface here to face MJF going into Double or Nothing, where he will make the babyface go through the hoops just like he did with Danielson, and repeat until he loses the title whenever maybe in the fall of 2023 or early 2024. So there you go. That's all for now, guys. There's my predictions for the Revolution 2023. Let's just go through them again just to make sure. Let's make sure I got them all. So we have the Elite over the House of Black, Jamie Hayter to win the three-way women's match. We have Chris Jericho over Ricky Starks, Wardlow over Samoa Joe, Hangman over John Moxley, the Gun Club to retain, MJF to retain, and Jungle Boy to beat Christian Cage. So there you go. There's my picks for Revolution 2023. Tell me what you think in the comments section. Tell me who you're going for in the comments section. And I'll see you guys next time. And I'm out.